Welcome to The Crows Show, brought to you by Hungry Jacks. Coming up, Ben Keys takes Reilly O'Brien for a spin in the all-electric BZ4X. AFLW champion Ebony Marinoff takes us back to where her footy journey started. And we take you behind the scenes on game day. But first, Izak Rankine just joined the 100 Games Club, and what a ton of fun he's given AFL fans. The freakish forward's also become a midfield marvel and continues to create unforgettable moments.
It is Izak time!
And I was just happy to get to 100. Probably played 52 here, so played most of my footy now at the Adelaide Crows, which is nice. And yeah, sort of just looking back on my journey, started pretty slow with a few injuries at the Gold Coast Suns, and then that transition coming over here, coming back to Adelaide was pretty nice. And obviously this year we're going pretty well, so enjoying my footy at the moment.
Not quite. Wow! There it is. Back to the ranking final.
I think I've grown. My body's gotten a bit stronger. I was pretty skinny when I first got in here. And yeah, probably just that maturity level, consistency. I've always sort of tried to chase, trying to find my feet early on to whereas now sort of trying to keep my consistency at a level where, if I'm not playing the best game, I'm still playing a good game for us and giving us an opportunity to win that game. So I feel like I've grown a lot, especially coming to the Crows and being in a good side with a bunch of boys that have been together now for a few years. It's sort of made my footy fun, and that consistency I've been chasing. This year we've been trying to find where I'm sort of sitting. Obviously I want to play midfield and things like that, and that's a lot more structure and chasing and defending, and then forwards a bit more flair and kicking more goals. So I think I've just sort of tried to find the balance between having fun and also playing your role and doing the things for the team. So I feel like I've found that now, and come to learn you have to enjoy doing both.
And kept alive by Rankine!
I think your offense sort of comes off your defense. So prior to games, I try and get in a mindset of chasing and tackling, and then those sort of flow things will come off the back of it. And you can definitely tell when you don't have that mindset, you're sort of hanging at the back and you're waiting for the ball to come to you. Whereas if you're in a good mindset of shifting as a team, doing the team thing, and really chasing and pressuring the opposition. The good things on the flip side tend to happen. You get to have opportunities to score goals from the pocket or set a few goals up. So I really do pride myself on that.
Rankine wants to back himself, and he wants a highlight reel to match.
Probably the Essendon game when I kicked that goal from the boundary. That was just instinct as well. Solly took the mark and gave it to me, and I ended up running into 50. They had Filthy calling for it. I think Tex was calling for it as well, but I sort of just popped it over their heads and it went through, and that was a special moment for me individually, but sort of still building that trust. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I think, I'm just sort of riding this wave of, what's going on, of, the success we're sort of having in this recent time. So it's been a journey, definitely. With last year, we're losing those close games and, not performing to how we want to, but at the back of our mind, we've always, had trust in each other and haven't lost faith in what the group can achieve. I think we've tried to build a belief, and the boys are really starting to believe that, and it's not becoming fake at the moment. So everyone's believing that, what we can do is really special. So we're all pretty locked in.
My junior footy started off at Lockleys Footy Club, so my dad had played there and then my brother was playing there. So there was generally one Friday night I was just kicking the footy around, and then Oz kick was happening. So I ran over and I began Oz kick, and actually only 2 days later I got a permit to play in Grasshoppers on the Sunday. So the Oz kick on the Friday night clearly caught my eye. Played with the boys from 6 to 14 effectively, and then back in the day you had to stop, and I'd come to terms with it. I was doing surf lifesaving and netball at the time. Naturally, when you're told you can't play footy no longer, you kind of have to accept that, because there was real no vision, or I didn't really know anything else. It was like, that was it. But when I fell into Morpheville Park Footy Club, not too long after finishing up with Lockleys, it was amazing to kind of just be able to go keep playing footy. Well, my favourite memories would have to be at Lockleys Footy Club, just because I was so embedded in the football club in terms of just growing up. I'd spend a lot of my weekends there. Saturday, I remember I'd cook the barbecue for the A's and B's, cook the bacon and egg sandwiches. I think it's like a real community feel. And then just playing with the boys. My two little cousins play at Henley Sharks Football Club, which is quite local to us. And back when I was playing the Lockleys Footy Club, Henley Sharks actually didn't allow females to play at their football club. So now they've got one of the biggest junior female participation rates in the state. They have multiple, under 9s, 10s, 11s teams. I guess more or less when we get to go to clinics now, it's just so many boys and girls running around with a footy in their hands, because really the reality was when we did that back in 2016, 17, everyone just wanted to know where Eddie Betts and, Taylor Walker was, but now it's very much not like that. They're screaming out for Chelsea Randall's signature.
Seeing a lot of social stuff around how much farmers and these rural communities in SA are struggling. So if we can just bring a few smiles to some people's faces, I think we've done our part.
Tragically, South Australia is currently enduring some of the driest conditions that we've ever known in our history. For as long as records have been kept, we have not seen dry conditions such as these, and that is having a real-world impact on so many of our great farmers and primary producers throughout the state. As a government, we're committed to showing our support, and we've invested $70 million of drought support. But sometimes it's about more than money. Sometimes it's about sharing a message to our farming community that the rest of the state stands with you during these really difficult times. And that's why the Drought Support Round is an initiative that, as a government, we're really proud to support.
Obviously, growing up in those small community towns, we went through a few droughts growing up, and Monday to Friday, a lot of these farmers are really struggling, whether it be with rain or sheep or whatever, livestock. Footy or sport as a whole in these regional communities is a massive influence. Obviously getting out there on a sad day and having those 2 or 3 hours where they don't have to think about farming is really good.
We really appreciate the Crows' support with this. The Drought Support Match means that some farmers will be able to get off the farm for a while, turn off, think about something else, which is really, really important, but also be able to see that raising funds shows that South Australians do know the challenges that they're going through and want to support them, help them, and that they know they're not alone.
So this afternoon is about drought support and, of course, taking care of top 4 rival Gold Coast. Next week is Showdown 58. So let's take an exclusive look of what happened behind the scenes last time the two teams met.
How we going, guys? Thank you, gents. Good. How about you?
Ready to go, mate. Ready to go.
Oh, sorry.
Jumps back in, feeds it out. Trip. Oh, the best shot here. Izak Rankine inside. To Reilly. That's to lead Showdown 57 at half-time. And he's got it. Through the middle. Launches long. Finlayson gets there. Against the grain. Is that a game saver? Is that the Showdown moment? But there won't be time off. It's one of the all-time great Showdowns.
Chippies. Chicken burger. Chippies. What do you want, chop or chicken burger? Chicken burger.
Right, when it was time for us to get it done, we got it done. That then put us in a position where it's like, okay, I've got to hang on against the team going on tilt. We will look at that during the week.
And thanks to Toyota, if you take a photo of yourself or a friend at one of our games and post it to social media, make sure you use the hashtag WeFlyAsOne. This week's lucky fan is you. Please email faceinthecrowd@afc.com.au with photo ID to claim your prize of 2 tickets to Toyota's exclusive Hilux Hill at Adelaide Oval. Don't forget you can join Brodie Smith, Ebony Marinoff and Mark Thomas every Sunday morning on Triple M from 9 a.m. You can also download the podcast on Listening.
Guys, big
hey guys, Vlog here with Benny Keys and Reilly O'Brien.
Reilly O'Brien.
Good to be in the car, my good friend, just having a cruise.
Do you want to host, mate? Robbie, welcome to the Toyota BZ, mate. What do you reckon of the beautiful piece of machinery right here?
It's spacious. My legs fit, which is always a good start.
That's a great start for
Not
you.
many cars do that, so tick the first box.
It's things that most people don't have to consider. Will they fit in the car? And that's something that you know you've had to have over your life, a challenge that you've had to overcome.
My head doesn't hit the roof. My legs don't hit the dash in front of me. My knees have a bit of room to move. I'm very happy.
Toyota are doing an extended test drive program until end of November as well. So maybe you're already sorted, big fella. But anyone watching that want to get in there,
Barry drives it.
Barry,
he believes. Have you seen the ad from BZ4X?
We believe just like Barry.
Yes. We believe just like Reilly. I believe it all the way. BZ4X, you bloody ripper.
Mate, you are a veteran of the Adelaide Football Club.
You are 11th season, Keezy.
11th season, and you'd probably be top 5 or 6 of longest tenured crows on the list at the moment.
I'm probably the 5th oldest, which is a bit scary. I feel like I just came in and I'm one of the older guys now, Keezy.
Yeah, you're reaching unk status.
I don't always act like one of the older guys, but
you are a bit silly.
I'm a little bit silly sometimes, but I love it. It's real second home for me now after 11 years. You meet some great characters through footy, Keezy, and a lot of them at the Adelaide Footy Club.
You do. What about current players? Who are some of the great characters that are currently on the list?
Every year you get a new batch of guys who are great. Even this year we got in, Izak Cumming and Alex Neil-Bullen. They're real characters, and then over the years, I mean, Tex Walker's just a non-stop bag of laughs. He's just crazy. One of the craziest people you'll ever meet. Rory Laird also, he's a bit of a unique operator.
Yeah,
He's a bit of a grumpy guy.
I don't know about that, mate. We had Lairdy in the BZ earlier in the season, and he was a great interview.
I think after 11 years, I've finally broken him. It's taken 11 years, but I think I've broken him, and he actually smiles at me sometimes now. So
you've done really well.
His wonderful fiancée, Ellie, has softened him up a bit. So he's actually started to smile a bit more, and it's been really good for his development. He's not a Grinch all the time, so it's been great. He's been great.
Speaking of fiancés, you used to have a fiancée, and now you have a wife, and she is South Australian as well, so that's obviously going to help you settle in.
We didn't call for the engagement. I thought you were going there for a second when you said I used to have a fiancée, but I did get married at the start of the year, January, to beautiful Chloe. So she's an Adelaide girl, and she's certainly helped me settle in Adelaide over the years.
Shout out to formerly Kloss and now Clob.
Shout out
to Clob.
I'm Rob and she's Clob. So Clobber and Robber. We're the dynamic duo.
Talk to us about your study, mate, and your off-field, I guess, interests and hobbies that include history, your study includes medicine, neuroscience. Give us a quick overview. And sorry if you've done it plenty of times before, but the fans love to hear about this. I love to hear about this.
Yeah, it's good. I do get a bit of hype for it sometimes.
And you're just doing you.
Yeah, but I've always been a bit of a nerd, Keezy. So at school, I was always hitting the books pretty hard while playing footy. And over the last few years as an AFL player, very lucky to be able to study, and the AFL supports that. So I've been extremely lucky to do a few degrees in medical science, and a Masters of Neuroscience, an MBA, and a Masters of Public Health. So I've been lucky enough to knock those off with the plan to potentially do medicine postgraduate when I finish.
That's awesome, mate. What an exceptional guy. On and off the field, just incredible. Reilly O'Brien. I knew this was going to be good.
Wow,
I knew it was going to be good. In the BZ. Thanks for coming on, big fella.
Thanks, Keezy. Appreciate it, mate. And what a smooth ride.
Yeah, very smooth. Wow. Smooth operator like yourself.
Smooth operator.
Thanks for joining me, Danny.
No worries, no. Thanks for having me.
You're fresh off an award at the NAIDOC Awards.
I am. I was lucky enough to have won the Sportsperson of the Year over in Perth recently. I was a part of a group of 3 of finalists in the category, and I hadn't got told if I had won it or not. And it's actually quite a funny story on the night. I had the camera on me, and this has happened a couple of times, you would know it. I had the camera on me when they were announcing the category, and they had a camera on the other 2 finalists. And then when they were announcing the award, they turned the camera away. So you could imagine me at that point. I was like, damn, I've bloody lost this. And then they announced my name, and my mum got up and screamed. And there's this photo I put up in my post that I put up on Instagram, and that was her immediate reaction. I just remember hearing her going, yeah!
I could only imagine.
And then that's when I knew, and it sort of clicked, and the camera spun back around, and it all just happened really quickly. My family is so emotional too, so that did not help me. Yeah, I'm just obviously very grateful. I was there. My uncle won the award for the Lifetime Achievement as well on the same night. Very special night, but very lucky to celebrate that with my family as well.
It's so amazing to see what you've achieved from just a little girl up in Darwin who's now moved her life down to Adelaide.
I know, it's crazy. If you asked me to do something like this, 3 years ago, I wouldn't be here. But yeah, it's crazy to see where it's come. Obviously, the first couple of years I was in between Darwin and Adelaide, and then finally made the decision to move down here in 2023. And I'm just reaping the rewards from that, I guess. I don't like to talk about, my own accolades and stuff, but the year I moved down here was all Australian, and that was a massive achievement of mine. But now it's Sportsperson of the Year, and it's a reward for there's so much sacrifices you make off the field, but I feel like it's all working out, and I'm getting those rewards back, it makes it all worth it at the end.
Not many people would know, but you were flying 2 training on Thursdays, doing a night flight, and then playing the game and flying back.
Exactly. The first couple of years were crazy, and I think I racked up probably 70 plus hours of flying in the one season. So I was working Monday to Wednesdays in Darwin, and I would fly down to you guys and train here. And then if we were flying to play a game in Melbourne, I'd fly with you guys to the game, and then straight after the game back to Darwin so I could make it to work on Monday. And that was how long were 10, 15 weeks of the year?
I was going to say, yeah, a good 3-4 months.
Yeah, so it was a fairly crazy time.
I remember I would always, Danielle Ponter is going to be a star. We need to get her to Adelaide, but we're got to take her time. She's got to make that decision herself because the sacrifices were so large.
Yeah.
But then you and your partner, Nate, made that decision.
We did. We made it in 2023. And he made it very easier for me. I think when 2019, I was still 19. I was so comfortable being around my family. That was all I really knew, and my friends, and that environment was something I was really comfortable with. So I wasn't quite ready to move out of that. And if you probably forced me out of that, I probably wouldn't be here. Yeah. So that ended up working out really well. And we eventually made the decision to move down here, which now I feel settled and comfortable with the group, and Adelaide's my second home, so I love it here.
Now, you've kicked some pretty special goals over the time. Can you tell me your favourite?
My favourite would probably have to be that kick from the centre square. And I hate to say that's my favourite because I didn't even mean to kick that goal. It just sort of worked out. So I'd claim that one.
Ponter's moved into the centre for the Crows, wins the clearance. It's a deep ball inside forward 50. It might go all the way. It has the carry. That's an incredible goal from Danielle Ponter.
Thanks for joining me, Danny.
That's all right. Thanks for having me, Noel.
And that's it for today's show, but we'll be back again next Sunday morning at 11. Don't forget the big clash between Gold Coast and Adelaide, 4 p.m. live on 7. Bye for now. Today's show was brought to you by Hungry Jacks.